Hey guys, welcome back to Jason Joni Builds. Today, well, I say today, this weekend, I have been beating my head against this engine, trying to get it figured out. Joni said, I didn't want to do a video, but Joni said maybe you guys need to see that it doesn't all just fall together. So I am doing my best to try to get all of my engine pulleys and accessories lined up. And as most of you know that have been following the channel, the engine is out of a 74 Maverick and 302. It had, all I had on it was a alternator. So of course I had to start buying parts to put this 302 in the Bronco. So the water pump I bought is for a early Bronco. It's got the passenger side exit water connection. And I ordered pulleys from Wild Horses. I got the crank pulley and the water pump pulley. And I ordered a power steering pump, the Saginaw upgrade. So it's got more pressure. So it's supposed to be a better pump, last longer. And the BC Bronco power steering adapter. So that actually bolted right up. That was really good. I had to add a couple shims behind it, but that's it here. But the thing I've got is the pulleys are just giving me a fit. And some of you guys at Eagle Eye have probably already looked at it and said you got the wrong harmonic bouncer. Well, I've figured that out now. So I do have the wrong harmonic bouncer. This is more of an extended version. The Broncos had a flat face, as far as that's what I'm seeing. So I got to get another 28 ounce harmonic balancer for this thing. And that should help get my crank pulley back towards the engine. Because right now it sticks out way too far when it's bolted up. You can see where my water pump is, where my crank pulley is. This will suck in just a little bit once it's bolted down, but it's just way off. And it's basically off this thickness of all this stuff sticking out. But that still doesn't solve all my problems. The alternator bracket, I'm not sure if it's for the Bronco. I'm not sure. I'm figuring it out. BC Broncos, you guys check this out. The way they have it routed, and they have their pump, it's supposed to go over your air conditioning, power steering. But to me, this isn't enough wrap on that pulley for an air conditioner. So what I want to do is I'm going to find an idler where I can pull this belt. I'll take it off this pulley. Where I can pull this belt in and it'll have an idler right in here. This is plenty strong. I could run an idler there, and then I have my belt now has all this wrap. It comes around the idler, then around the power steering pulley. It'll be wrapped too, so I don't have to worry about slipping a belt. Because the only place I have adjustment for this one belt is right here in the power steering pump pulley. So it rotates in and out. So this is something I have to add. I need to add a idler pulley. I need to get another harmonic balancer so I can try once again with the Wild Horses crank pulley. So anyways, this is all just killing me.
Well, a lot of people don't have your patience.
Well, I got patience, but it's finding its end. But I can figure it out. It's just I didn't want to talk about it and show you guys that this is beating me, but
That you're not perfect.
don't say that. I'm not perfect.
I know. But people need to see that it doesn't always go together like it's supposed, like it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's not. So, and then that brings another thing, the timing mark. How are you gonna? Because that was the first thing I noticed is the timing mark for this engine was actually right up here, up underneath the water pump pulley. It's not on there now, Johnny. But top dead center, and there's no way I could see with the timing light to get this engine timed. So I know the Broncos, the pointer's actually moved over here. So I saw Tom's Bronco sells a harmonic balancer that's actually got the timing marks in 3 different locations. So I guess depending on what engine you're using, or you can buy a sticker. I can get another harmonic balancer, and then I think Summit sells a timing sticker. So all I have to do is I still have the engine. I don't have the front of the engine sealed up, and that's another one of my issues. I can't do that till I get all this like I want it and get the oil pan on it. It's bugging me. So the sticker actually goes around your harmonic balancer, and then I could actually make my own pointer if I wanted, just as long as I know that my engine is dead on, top dead center. I can buy a sticker for a 6.5 inch harmonic balancer, put a sticker on it, put the pointer on it, build the pointer to the sticker. So that's really not an issue. The biggest thing is getting all these things lined up and then getting proper traction for the belt. And I know it, y'all may think I'm crazy, but I guess that's the engineer in me, that I know that a belt's supposed to have more wrap. And I'm going to do that. It might look a little silly having an idler right there, but to me it'll be, I won't have to worry about this thing chirping, or when you get the tires in a bind, it starts slipping on that power steering pump. Because there again, if you guys can imagine this one coming down, this would be the rotation. That's all the belt that's on that power steering pump. It may be 90 degrees. So, and I may be worrying about nothing. Anyways, so I stopped on it and I started pulling out all my suspension parts and rounding everything up, because everything's kind of been put in boxes and cans. So we'll start assembling this chassis and get it put together so I can consolidate all the parts on the frame. As soon as this thing's done, we can run it on the run stand, put it in the frame, transmission, transfer case, and we can put the exhaust on it and everything. We can have that one big roller, and then I can throw a car cover over it, and then we won't have to worry about it. We can get on the body. We'll talk about the frame real quick. Somebody was asking questions on that. Real quick, I had a few people ask me questions on what I did inside the frame, if I did anything. And I was going to mention it briefly in one of the videos, and I cut it out because it's one of those topics. So what I didn't spray, I didn't pour 15 mine at all. My frame looks really good inside. Y'all remember that we're in the South and we don't have road salt to deal with. This Bronco was, I guess, one of the luckier ones. It didn't live its life in the mud. It was from South Florida, but what tends to eat the frames up is mudding, just dirt, all that stuff will collect inside, and you go out there and get it wet, and then that moisture just sitting in the frame is what really causes a lot of the issues. And to me, you keep your frame clean. If you do go out riding, trail riding, if you clean these things up, it doesn't take much to stick a water hose in here and clean them out. You won't have a problem. But that's down south. Up north with the salt, I would say, that's what, ounce of prevention. So yes, you could reach in there and get you a wand and really pour 15 or some other type of protectant down inside your frame. But no, I didn't do it to this one. It's the inside of the frames look really nice. I've got some pictures that I took inside the frame rails before I painted it, and I'll put them on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. But you just have to think about your environment, and so that's my 2 cents. Some of you may not agree, and that's okay. That's part of it. It just, for me, I don't think that you can ever really coat the whole frame unless you dip it. And they make wands that you can stick in there, but I just don't see how that really, you're coating everything. So the best way to do it is have the frame dipped and then they'll put it through a primer, and then you get it back, and it's rust free and all that kind of stuff. But y'all know I blasted my frame. I didn't blast inside it, but I blasted the frame. We painted it. So I believe this frame will be here for many, many years without any trouble. It's going to be a decision you have to make on your own depending on where you live. And but as you can see, I just got some parts hanging here. I've just been spraying, just like all the little attachment points, spring attachment points, and all that kind of stuff. Just putting just a good engine enamel on it. This is all cast coat, and you guys can tell it's the parts are old and they got pits in it, but this will be, once you got springs on it, all tucked up inside it, it's fine. But this just keep it from rusting. My power steering box, my front rotors, rear drums. So basically, just so all this stuff doesn't rust, because when you buy this stuff, it's all just a rough cast, and I hate to see that kind of stuff rust behind your wheels. So right now, I just throw some engine paint on it. Just again, it's that cast coat, high heat. Please run. I know you guys are tired of seeing these update videos or whatever you want to call them, but I don't have anything productive to show other than aggravation. So thanks for tuning in again. I hope next time I'll be in a happier mood and everything just fit. So I'm gonna pack up. I need to quit. So told Jeremy I was starting to make some stupid, just rushing, and when you get that way, you need to close the door. So that's all I'm about to do. We're gonna close it up, take a few days off, regroup, and order some more parts. So this engine can be the same expense as a Coyote that I could have put in there. So
since you're quitting early, that means you're gonna go grill something.
Yep. Burgers.
Woohoo! I don't have to cook tonight.
See you guys next time. Y'all take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.